Okay, I think everything is going now. Probably. Is my audio coming through? Hang on. Oh, shit. That doesn't seem right. Is there no audio? The fuck? Um... Hmm. Okay, well, I don't know if anyone can actually even see or hear this, but let's start. So, today I figured I would, as the description indicates, I kind of forgot I was supposed to be streaming today, so I'm just going to be doing some low effort drawing stuff, but it seems like I'm having a bit of connection problems for some reason, and everything's laggy as all hell. God, how far behind is this stream? I have no idea what's going on here. It's not even displaying that I've... Hang on, forgot to put that. It's not even displaying what I'm doing anymore. It hasn't indicated that the loading stream thing has come down. Oh my god, this is rough and weird. I'm not sure if anyone is in the chat and can see this, but it is really struggling for some reason. Oh, there we go, finally. Something has actually changed on it. I don't know if you've been staring at this screen, blank screen for ages. Yeah, I'm having some real rough connection problems tonight. Okay, good, that's audio's coming through at least. Hang on, when was that? Okay, I have no idea how far behind that is. Well, I guess it's a good thing that this isn't going to be a particularly in-depth or taxing stream, since it's just drawing. But here is part of the problem, though. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to draw. I didn't come into this with a plan of any sort. I usually don't. And there doesn't seem to be anyone in the chat, which I'm pretty sure the chat is up, because I think I just kind of recently discovered that I might have had live chat disabled this whole time, even though I'm certain I've been getting I'm certain I've gotten messages before, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm 4 streams in, but still don't really understand how the whole thing works or what I'm doing with it. So, with absolutely no idea what I'm gonna draw, I'm just gonna start. Oof. Okay, I just caught something that happened on YouTube Studio there, seeing how the stream is still running. Oh, hang on. Oh, no. Yes? Okay, maybe things might be better. Nope, never mind. OBS's little indicator of how well it's recording, the kilobytes per second, keeps flashing different colors. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but indicating by what I'm seeing on my stream over here, oh, that's laggy. Oh, wow. But yeah, it's like probably a couple minutes, like 2 or 3 minutes behind what it should be, or that there's like a 3-minute delay or something. So I'm just going to stop talking about that and start drawing something that I don't even know what it is. Also, you might not expect this to be an entirely talkative stream, because I usually don't talk when I'm drawing, and wouldn't really know what to talk about if I did. So conversation might be a little stunted at best. I hate how that's turning out. Gotta undo all that. I've always wondered if my art skills, not my art skills, but my technique offends other artists. Like, I'm sure people have noticed in some of my drawing videos that I just kind of do a sketch, and then instead of starting a new layer, I just kind of rework the sketch until it becomes the finished line art. Also, I have a tendency to start coloring things before I actually finish the line art in the first place. which I'm sure irritates some people at some point. Oh, good. I now have an excellent connection for some reason, even though OBS still says it's going horribly. So I don't know what's really going on there, but I don't know. I'm just going to keep going because there's not a lot I can really do about it at this point. Hang on one moment. I'm going to be bringing up some stuff for, I don't know, references maybe. Things I can actually draw, because I don't, like I said, I really don't have a plan here. No. I should probably, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's fairly apparent at this point. This is not going to be a very, I don't want to say not an exciting stream, but it's not going to be very, it's not going to be exciting. That's actually just the truth of it. It's going to be very, I'm not good at, I'm not really sure what to talk about. I don't know what to draw. I'm not good at talking while I draw. Nope. And down goes the bitrate again. Oh, of course, what a shock. And I've got someone in the chat, yay. Always good to have some interaction. Since they're the only one here, I don't know if there's any suggestions for things to draw before this just becomes utter nothingness of me just continually drawing and erasing stuff because I don't like the way it's turning out. Also, that person in the chat is probably hearing what I just said like 3 minutes ago, so I'm not expecting a response anytime soon. Anyways, I was actually thinking of doing a not an animation, but maybe a Blender stream at some point. I'm getting pretty, well, I'm not getting pretty good, but I'm understanding the software a lot better now, to the point where when I have some time available to me, I might actually be able to make something that I would actually be happy with. I'm not nearly at the point where I'd actually be confident enough to make a stream about it, because I'm still pretty new and inexperienced with the software, but you know, making progress towards animations at some point. Definitely no time in by this year. It's possible I might have something in the Blender 3D stuff department by maybe within the year, or not within the year. I will definitely have stuff within the year, but before this year ends, I might have something. It's hard to say, though, how that progresses, and also if how that coincides with my work hours, which seem to change sporadically at best, with almost no indication that they have changed. So But, doing my best, seeing what I can do. I have no idea where I'm going with this drawing at the moment. Nope, that looks horrible. Got an unusually high number of viewers this early on in the stream. That's at least a positive look on it. Too bad it's the one that's stuttering and 3 or 4 minutes behind. Actually, it seems to be getting closer. Maybe only about a minute or two behind now. Maybe less. That's, well, it's improving. It's better than nothing. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I should do more art streams if usually I don't get 3 people watching within the first 20 minutes, or sometimes not even within the first 2 hours. I think my stylus is like, yep, there's a little bit of lagginess on the stylus. I don't really know how to fix that. Sometimes it just like little minute movements don't really pick up, which I don't understand why, especially since it only seems, nope, it occurs everywhere. Never mind, I was wrong. I don't know how to fix that except usually turning off my Cintiq for a moment and then turning it back on. You guys just don't see any difference, thankfully, but just shut the whole thing off and restart it. And that seems to have helped the problem. For now, anyways. Oh, and the stream health has improved, thank God. Maybe I can actually run a somewhat decent stream this time. Though I'm not gonna. The little indicator of CPU or kilobytes or whatever the hell it is on OBS is still flashing rainbow every now and then, so I'm still gonna guess that's gonna cause problems at some point. I haven't really watched many drawing streams. I don't usually watch too many streams to begin with anyways, but especially not drawing ones, so I really have no idea what I would talk about or what people who do this usually talk about. I don't think I've really got enough of a technique that it's to talk about that, or I can assure you that I definitely don't think I'm at the point where I could be. I say that I'm probably not at the point where I could be explaining what I'm doing as like some kind of lecture or something, but I just remembered that one of my earlier videos was doing exactly that and pretending that I had even the slightest idea of what I was doing when I did not in the slightest. So, okay, good, my sound is off. Oh wait, no, you wouldn't have been able to hear that anyways. I forgot I don't have my audio turned on for this because there's not really anything to hear. Which is good because I usually draw with music going and I don't want to get copyright struck for that. Be very bad to immediately get taken down on shit before I can even really get big enough to have anyone notice that. Anyway, so I guess if talking about this sort of thing is what's like what I'm drawing is actually part of the stream, I guess, which it probably should be considering that's kind of what I'm doing. Nope, never mind. Music just makes it hard to concentrate. Gonna turn that off for now. So yeah, clearly, well, I don't know if it is clear, but I'm just doing some general fantasy or medieval style thing here. Not exactly sure where it's going to be going. So far, the plan is just some kind of, I don't know, not really knight adventurer or something. Probably coming out of a forest, I'm going to say. That right there is not how an arm works. Hang on. Yeah, that's closer to how an arm works, but still not. It's better, but I'll figure that out in a minute. Let's see. This seems about right for the framing that I want. This tree, let's put that in the front of the trunk he's stepping over. That's probably good. Still have no idea what to talk about. Some good news. I mentioned this in my last stream, which only got a total. Did it still just? Hang on, let me check that. How do I get to my channel? There we go. Oh, hey, how about that? Since the almost exactly 1 week that I made that first stream, I've got 9 views. That is an extra 3 views from just the initial stream in the first place. So, yeah, that one didn't really do too good. Don't know if the long dark isn't exactly relevant at the moment, so it doesn't get a lot of traction in the algorithm. Maybe people aren't searching it, but if anyone here hasn't, why did that all just shift off to the side? Nothing you guys can see, just YouTube Studios doing some very bizarre things right now, which isn't exactly new, but whatever. Anyways, yeah, so that one didn't get a lot of traction, so I'm not sure if anyone who's watching this is a returning viewer from that last one, or even saw that in the first place. But yeah, in regards to my streaming setup, I do have some things have changed. Like there goes my bitrate again. There's been, well, not really improvements yet, but microphone has arrived, and that's going to be a thing that I should have set up by the next stream, so maybe the audio will be better. One can only hope. Which also means that because of that, I'm going to start doing some streams that are more kind of series, like playing longer games. I mentioned this in the last one, but again, I feel like I can repeat myself since almost no one watched it. So yeah, some actual longer form videos, like just bought the Master Chief Collection for Halo, so at some point you might expect some Halo campaign playthroughs. Always liked that game. Actually, that was the I think I could classify Halo as like the first video game, first real video game I ever played. It was Halo CE for the PC back probably, God, that was probably around like, I want to say 2008 or something. I got into the gaming thing very late. So, but that was the first game I kind of played that got me into this whole thing, and I'm probably going to be playing it on stream at some point. Not the next one, though. I think I have another plan for what I'm going to do on the next stream for my first like series video. Another one I mentioned in the Long Dark that I actually really like. Oh, and the stylus is lagging again. Don't know why that keeps happening. Maybe I don't know if the Cintiq's dying on me or something. The eraser end of it stopped working ages ago now, so that's a bit of a pain in the ass. That's why I keep having to go over to the eraser manually instead of just flipping my pen around. Yeah, back on the topic of things I'll be doing in the future. One of the other things I mentioned on the stream was Metro 2033, which didn't play for long. I actually played it for very long sessions, but didn't play it for too long. I think only like about 5 times or something. But I actually really enjoyed the game, and we'll definitely be playing that on stream. Also because there's the whole library section that I never really made it past because I'm terrible with horror games, and the librarians scared the absolute shit out of me. So I just kind of, after the first encounter with them, got scared shitless and never played the game, never touched it again after that. But if I'm doing it on stream, it might, encourage me to finish it, but also be amusing content because people seem to enjoy when YouTubers are suffering, which is understandable. It's very amusing. But yeah, that might actually be the next stream I do. So if anyone enjoys Metro or the Metro series, be sure to stop by next week. All three of you who are watching this, or people who are watching it in the future after this has been recorded. I don't know. That's also a thing I'm not sure about with streaming. Do I break the fourth wall? Am I supposed to? Am I supposed to acknowledge that this will be watched later at some point, or just stay in? Do I even acknowledge the stream? I don't know. I'm complete amateur at this, so I'm not gonna fret too much about it. Okay. I think I'm gonna start maybe. Oh no, I'm gonna try to keep some kind of cohesive stream of thought going on and finish drawing him entirely before I start working on the armor. Hope that wasn't absurdly loud. I think I just bumped the mic, which hopefully won't happen as much when I get a proper microphone or get it installed and set up, which will hopefully be a less agonizing process than my than getting my monitor all up and running, which was exceptionally horrible and frustrating. I have no idea where I'm going with this drawing. I'm just kind of making it up as I go. I don't know if this is turning out well or not, or how it will progress, but I don't know. I'm just gonna figure it out as I go. Nope, that's the wrong layer. Trying to get the look back here of bushes that have been like kind of slashed in half. Sort of like, he was coming out of the forest and hacking away at the plants in his path. I don't know, it might look better when it's finished, hopefully. One of the problems I've noticed with my style, I guess you could call it, or my technique is it's kind of hard to figure out when to stop or when something stops being a sketch and when it becomes the final product. Like the trees here, I don't know when I'm going to be, like when to clean them up, or if I'm going to erase the whole thing and start something else just in the general position of it. It's kind of hard to tell when I'm, just kind of doing whatever with no real plan in mind. Excuse me. That's actually probably one of the things I hope I can. Probably going to be the best thing about having a proper microphone is probably wouldn't have noticed because I muted myself that time, but well, that's the thing. I have to mute myself whenever I take a drink or something so they don't blow out your ears with horrible drinking sounds. Hopefully with when I get a proper microphone, I can just lean away from it to do that. I'll have to test how good its directional capabilities are, what I can get away with and what I can't, but haven't gotten a chance to set that up yet or do anything with it at the moment. Kind of busy with work for the most part this week. Wait, no, that's not supposed to be in front. That's... No, wait, yes. Yes, it is. No, that is supposed to be behind. His arm would be further back than his leg, probably here. So, which would mean this. That's looking a little more correct, I think. And that hand is definitely going to need work, but I'll worry about that afterwards. Actually, I could probably get some armor going now. Let's see, what kind of armor do I feel like giving him? I don't know if that just kind of blacked out the screen there, switching switching windows. Hope not, but I don't know because it kind of blocked out that the stream too. I think for this guy, I'm gonna go with some splint armor. I don't want him to look too fancy. More just like, don't want like the whole shining flashy armor and full plate gear. I'd rather just keep him a little bit more like standard stuff. Not really standard, but you know, not rich person armor. Let's put it that way. Nope, wrong layer. I realize no one on the stream can see my... I mean, it's not like I'm really using many references. I'm just Googling pictures of armor, so that doesn't really make for good content, but yeah, it's not just nothing happening. I am doing stuff off screen. Okay, I think I've got armor I like. Not quite what I originally had in mind, but it actually has kind of a nice look to it. A little unconventional, which is always good. Don't want to have all fantasy knights or adventurers looking the same. Plus it's soft armor, which probably not historically accurate, I would imagine, just by looking at it, but that's fine. It doesn't have to be just... It's not historically accurate, but it's historically plausible, which is kind of what I prefer. If you go historically accurate, then you're just limiting yourself. If it's something that theoretically could have existed at that time, I think that's much more acceptable, and it gives you more freedom for design rather than limiting you to a very minimal set of things. Not to say medieval armor was really limited or standard or boring or anything, but there's a bit more that could be done than what is usually shown or portrayed. Also, I'm not sure how good this, how directional this microphone is, if it's picking up that stuff. It might have. My desk is very rattly and has been even more so since I stuck a second monitor on it. There's a lot more stuff to wiggle around when I bump into things. I don't even know if that came through on the stream, but if it did, that's what that is. Just various things banging around on a predominantly metal desk from IKEA that I don't think has the best tendency to make incredibly stable and supportive desks or anything, just cheap and easily manufactured, constructed. The stream seems to be very steadily bouncing between 2 and 3 viewers, which is honestly, wouldn't mind. That is a weirdly regular graph, like just a constant. Almost seems like every 5 minutes I lose a follower or a viewer and then get one back and then lose him again after another 5 minutes and get him back. I don't know if that's like a glitch or something. Interesting. But whatever, I'm perfectly happy with that. Any bit more consistent number of views is better than nothing. Reference here, reference image I'm using is a little bit in shadow in this particular part. It's a bit hard to tell what's going on there, but I guess I can just guess and hope for the best. If it looks right, doesn't need to be perfectly accurate to the reference. I'm not even going to try to do that. I'd rather just use it as, a base and then to work off of. Oh, right, wanted to give him some no, I can wait for that later. Might as well try to finish the legs before I start working on other parts of the body. Gotta try to keep somewhat of a consistent set of plans or whatever. I've already been going for about an hour. It didn't seem like it was nearly that long. But that might have been because a good almost 10 minutes of that was trying to get the stream to work. Is my... Yep. Okay, whatever. I might be able to just... Nope. Once again, the stylus is having a bit of issues for me. Nope, I've dropped back down to 2. Is that... Yep, still seems... Well, it hasn't caught up to there yet. I'll be interested to see if it's keeping the pattern of 3 for 5 minutes, then 2, then 3 for 5 minutes again. Also, I'm sure a lot of that picked up just now. I've got a very squeaky chair. It's another thing I hope will, maybe a more directional microphone will help combat. Oh, that's the wrong way. Okay. Yeah, also on the topic of things with the way I draw, that I don't know if that irritates people, but I feel like I kind of have a tendency to draw very small stuff. Actually, I know that annoys people. When I was at art college, my teachers were very frequently calling me out on it as though it were a bad thing, though I would kind of argue that being able to draw with a very limited number of pixels or with a very limited amount of space is a good thing and a skill that, you know, they might not necessarily have. It allows you to get more detailed bits of the drawing, whereas they might not be able to do that. I don't know. I'm just trying to justify my drawing technique, which I feel like I've had to justify a lot over the course of the time I've been drawing. Haven't talked for a while, just realized. Never actually done an entirely art stream by myself. I'm not sure if I am supposed to be talking as much as I would on a gaming stream, or if people are just here to see drawing and no one talking. Also, I think I mentioned this earlier. I would have music going, but I don't really know any sources of music that I could get off like on such short notice that won't have ads or get me copyright struck, which I don't want to do or deal with. Preferably ever in my YouTube career, but I feel like that's wishful thinking, since I'm sure everyone deals with that at some point. Whether they want to or not. Just found something that I like the look of that will maybe give this a bit more stylishness. Like the look of that. Okay, got that. don't think I have to work too hard on that part. That's probably going to be getting covered up later on by some other piece of armor or something. I am maybe going to start doing some coloring here soon. I do want to that's actually usually why I do the coloring, because I want to make sure I know what's what before I get too far, and then when I come back to it realize I have no idea what I'm even looking at anymore and have no idea how to color it properly. However, this I think needs some stuff like that. Okay. This is really just going to be a quick coloring. That's probably going to change. No, well, I know it's going to change later on. This is just to, again, keep track of what each one of these things is supposed to be. Though even that might change later on depending on how I feel about it. Usually the original design doesn't last to the end of the process in most cases. Well, sometimes it does, but I change my mind very frequently. Well, at least it seems like I've been maintaining a somewhat good connection this entire time now, since the beginning where it was very, very sketchy. Don't know why. I don't think there was really too much different going on today that would have caused so much lag and latency. I think latency is the right term. I don't know. I'm not really. Despite deciding that my job, or the career I hope to go into, animation or YouTube and all that stuff, is very computer based, and I've been told I have a fairly good understanding of computers. I feel like there is a lot of stuff I just don't understand, or am even remotely close to understanding what it is, what it means, or how it works in any meaningful way. But that's probably fine, as long as I don't need to know that at some point, which I probably will, which will be a problem for whenever that comes up, and not right now. Hands, I don't know why hands are always a problem, but getting them to look right, it's just always a pain in the ass. I think this looks passable, maybe. Maybe. Doubtful, but maybe. Would probably be easier if it was like, full plate mail sort of thing instead of just a probably leather or thick fabric glove of some kind. But, like I said, I didn't want this guy to look like someone who was adventuring wearing his entire paycheck. I kind of want to look like almost not really budget armor, but not super high class, fancy stuff. I want to look like you need gloves. Just what do you buy? Some fairly protective looking ones, not the fanciest, but it's what you can afford. And excuse me, just like the legs here, not really the most luxurious armor, but keeps you from getting your limbs hacked off, so it's better than nothing. Give him a bit more character than just standard knight in shining armor number 732. Let's get something on the chest here. Let's go, keeping with a bit more budget armor. Let's go with a gambeson instead of plate or something. Not sure if anyone, again, I don't think my mic is probably picking this up, but there's some noise going on out there. Hopefully that's not coming through, but if it is, just ignore it. Can't expect everything to stop all of a sudden for me to stream. Okay, let's go with this, or something along these lines. Again, kind of hard to determine at the beginning what's going to be what, because some of it might end up getting covered up and you don't want to spend too much time working on something that's never actually even going to be seen in the finished product, which is a thing I kind of have a tendency to do at times, which just causes more work for me that is entirely unnecessary. But whatever. That's part of drawing. A surprising amount of drawing is doing completely unnecessary work. I don't know why I thought this. Kind of figured that I would have a way to finish that thought, but as usual, I was completely wrong. Just kind of another trailed off thought for my inevitable, unfinished, incomplete, incoherent musings compilation that I'm sure will come up at some point if I ever need to make more content or need stream highlights, which I'm going to argue I don't really have enough people at the moment to warrant that. Or, people who would be interested enough or interesting things that have happened in streams yet to warrant such a large amount of work. Oh, actually, speaking of that, this is another problem with streaming alone, just for a little behind the scenes thing. I might repeat myself here because I can't remember if I've already said this at some point or not. And I've completely lost my train of thought here. Oh, no, never mind, got it. Okay, yeah, so in regards to videos, because I noticed that for the past 4 weeks I've kind of only been streaming, I will be making I'm gonna try to make another video before the end of the year. Probably something like this, low effort drawing video, maybe some Christmas themed thing since I did that for Halloween. I don't know if that will come out in December or what, but at the moment I'm still kind of making progress with Blender and want to continue that while I'm ahead, so I wouldn't really expect that to come out within the next month, or not next month. No, wait, what am I talking of course that will come out in December. It's the last week of November. I'm an idiot. Never mind. Forgot. Wasn't really paying attention to what time of year it was. But yeah, there should be something coming out in the next month, video-wise. I did want to originally do another animated story. I had one in mind. Not really Christmas themed, but kind of. I had started the script on it, but honestly, it's just, with work, having to deal with what I'm sure is going to be a Christmas rush at some point and a lot of extra shifts, as well as learning Blender and doing these streams. I don't really have time to finish the script at the moment, as well as draw. Let's see, I think that last animated story, the Halloween one, that had 16 different backgrounds in it. They weren't too in-depth or detailed, but it was still 16 backgrounds that I needed to make for that. A lot of them I had to make on the fly because I wasn't really sure how I was going to compose my shots, since I don't have I probably should make storyboards for those kind of videos, but I don't. I just kind of wing it, and that usually comes back to bite me, but whatever. That's how it goes. But yeah, I just don't have time at the moment to work through 16. Actually, that one, I'd almost be willing to bet that it would require even more than 16 backgrounds for that video, so it's going to have to wait a bit longer before I have time to get around to more animated stories. Maybe more analysis videos. I'm not sure how popular those were. I can never remember. But, it's content. Someone will enjoy it, and the people that don't will stop watching, but that's kind of what I want to do with YouTube, so I'm not going to stop just because a few people aren't entirely thrilled with it. New people who do like that content will show up at some point, and audience will change, but I'll continue making the content that I want to make, which is why I'm here. stream's almost half over. That didn't nearly seem as long as I thought it was. Have to, not sure if I'll be able to. I'm definitely not going to be able to finish this picture on this stream. Maybe I'll have to do a follow-up video or stream of this, if people are interested. Actually, probably would be a good idea. Otherwise, I might never finish it. That's actually part of the reason I wanted to start streaming games, because again, maybe I've mentioned this in another video, but I've got a whole bunch of games that I've never actually finished because I get distracted or start playing other games before I get around to finishing them, so it just sort of gets forgotten. But hopefully with streaming I can actually finish these games that I want to with a proper schedule. It's kind of sad that I need to schedule what would be recreational time rather than just relaxing, but that's kind of that's a little bit of the way I am. I tend to when I'm relaxing, I usually just go with something that takes either no effort, like YouTube or something, just watching videos, or I just start working on something else instead, because I have a bit of a problem with not doing work. Okay. At the very least, if I can't finish this entire picture by the end of the stream, I'm going to try to finish our subject here. With a bit more armor. Very important armor to keep you from losing your head. That is never showed in movies or TV because it covers up the actor's very expensive face, which you'd think they'd want to protect, but they also want to show off, and you can't have both, so gotta keep it there for that. You know, for the money, whatever. I don't know. I'm not getting all uppity about the film industry or how they. I mean, I kind of am, because I don't like a lot of their portrayals of this kind of stuff, of just, you know, the whole commonality of leather armor, even though that's kind of what I've got going on here. But it's not leather armor, it's I mean, it is leather armor, but it's over, I think what I'm looking at here, if I can find my reference image, is it's probably splint armor, just looking at this, because you can't see it on the stream, and I'm not going to try to go to, I could just copy the image actually. Yeah, there we go. The armor I'm working off of for the legs is, I'm pretty sure, splint armor with these rivets just holding the metal splints in place, and this being leather, though you can just also notice there's some canvas under there as well. But yeah, that's what I'm going off of, so, you know, not the whole, I can actually maybe put some detail in here for the splints being on there. There we go. Because that is, like I said, that's kind of what I wanted it to originally be, is splint armor, not plate or anything. Just a bit more cheaper. Still probably not as effective, but effective enough to keep your limbs attached to you, which is all armor really needs to do. And this is not, realize it's not even remotely close to perfect for the, what would this be, quilting, I guess? You know, close enough that unless you're really picky, probably wouldn't have a problem with. Just gotta get the basic idea, right? It's not about being picture perfect, just getting across the look that you want it to look like. Let's actually do a bit more coloring just to block it all in. Don't need that anymore. I hope I am loud enough that I'm coming through on here. I think I am. Volume sounded good, but I know I talk very quietly at times. Or just kind of mumble a bit maybe. And I've also got a very deep voice, I've been told, though it doesn't sound like it on audio sometimes, but you know, that sometimes makes it hard to pick up properly on microphones. But this is going pretty good. I'm just going to not really pause, but take a quick break here to maybe get myself some tea or something. Also, it's really hot in this room, so I'm gonna have to open a window maybe. Anyways, just gonna set that up, and I'll be right back in about 5 or 10 minutes. Alright, I have returned. I hope it's not going to be too noisy on here, since I've opened my window to cool things down a little bit. Which seems a bit counterintuitive since I just got hot tea, but whatever, we're not going to talk about that inconsistency in things. Anyways, let's get back to our knight, or adventurer. Since I highly doubt this guy has any sort of funding behind him. Actually, I should also get a color for what the finished line art is going to be. Yeah, I'll do that later. I'll try to be consistent and just stick with doing one thing at a time. Is my audio coming through? I think the stream is way behind again. I'm not sure if I'm actually coming through here or not. And it's going to be about 5 or 10 minutes before I actually get any audio coming through to figure out if that's, Nope. Okay, never mind. Everything's good. My God, how far behind? How much is that delay? Must be a lot, like... That's got to be at least a 5-minute delay on it. Maybe not, maybe less, but it's a couple minutes, more than it should be. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I think this guy's neck might be slightly long. Oh well, I'm kind of committed to the design at the moment. Well, maybe not. I might just be overextending what the bevel, I don't know. the armor here I'm working on might be extending. Oh, and I also just got another message from another viewer who I think might be I don't know what I'd call him, like someone who's probably not already a friend watching this, so, you know, someone new. Welcome, even though you're probably hearing this way later because of the incredible latency of the stream. I'm really hoping I'm using that word correctly. I'm pretty sure I am. Did I? Okay, I did. Right. I think the chest is pretty much, well, after I do the quoting. Can maybe do something for the arms and fix this god-awful hand over here to make it something a bit more capable of thing a human arm is capable of doing, as opposed to whatever the hell that is. Also, I need to get the sword. Now, I can do the sword now, but that's pretty easy. Nope, that's not. It is. I think I should just draw a new sword. Okay, now this sword looks way too thick to me. Maybe not. Maybe it's alright. Maybe it's just a line placement. Always getting stuck on the wrong tool. Let's just go with something darker for the moment to excuse me, to better show where the lines are. I'm actually not going to get too picky on the colors at the moment. I'm almost certain they're going to change later on. Not even just a style thing. They might do some lighting stuff that completely changes the way they look. Or, you know, the way they're supposed to look, rather. Okay. What to do for the arms? Ooh, hang on. Okay, that would probably be good. Ooh, also, kind of want to... There we go. Just need a little impression of a side guard on the armor here, so you know you don't get hacked in the knee. But also that works good for this. Go. Some decent underarm armor, so you don't get, you know, a blade through the rib cage and directly into your lungs, which is a very effective technique that I'm sure was used quite frequently. I think they actually had, like,
I don't know if this is just like, one of those things that you hear that isn't actually true, but I feel like they actually had kind of daggers specifically for that purpose of stabbing people in, like, the little um, gaps between armor. Because, when you have proper plate armor, nothing's really going through that, especially not a. Well, I mean, you know, wait, no, actually, you're for the most part you're not getting through plate armor unless you're caving it in with warhammers or something. But just like infantry weapons, pole arms, and all that, they're probably too big to fit. They just bounce off the armor or something. So they think they probably would have developed weapons to thin daggers and stuff to stab in between those sections to, kill you more effectively. But with those done, that means I need to find um, other parts of armor to deal with. Hang on. Well, okay. Anyways, back to finding references to work off of. I suppose. Oh, hang on. I just realized he doesn't have a belt. That's kind of important for, sword carrying. I mean, he kind of does, but that's not actually supposed to be a belt like, one that you'd, like this. That's just like keeping up the chainmail um, skirt sort of thing to protect your thighs. So I'm going to push some of this stuff up a bit and extend that into a proper belt. Again, sorry about the chair there. I'm assuming that probably came through. It's very noisy. Not much I can do about that. Except, not move in it, which I refuse to do because I'm very... I move around a lot when I'm doing stuff. Never been very good at sitting still. Because, ADD and all that. I can never remember with this sort of thing where the belt buckle is supposed to go. Like that, I think. Yeah, that looks right. Yeah. Okay, but now I need to add a bit of more armor, or gambeson. There we go. There. Okay, let's give him some... Let's work on the arms a bit here. Kind of been putting them off for a while. Probably because I have no idea what I'm really going to do for them. Just bumped the mic again. Hopefully that didn't blow out any eardrums. Alright. Well, okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. Not the most protective for the arms, but I'm going to say that maybe mobility is a bit more important than protection. I mean, you got a sword in your hands, so maybe a little bit less protection is fine when you've got, your weapon that's mainly used for preventing other swords from hitting you right there. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's good-ish, good enough. Ooh, I did not give him a scabbard. Crap. Alright, I have to get back to that after I deal with this arm. I'll do that now, actually. That right there. go. Here. Let's see, these are also canvas in there. Sorry if I'm not really saying much at the moment, just starting to run out of things to say, and also just, getting not a lot of interesting commentary I can give on coloring little metal dots or studs. This might end up being a bit of a shorter stream than usual. I'm probably, like I said, there's no way I'm going to be able to finish this entire thing in the next hour or so, but I'll probably, I can definitely finish the character here. that shouldn't be too hard. Minus shading and all that, because I don't really quite know what the colors of the environment are going to be and how they'll play off him. So probably once I finish drawing this guy and coloring him, I'm gonna end the stream. So who knows, might go the full 3 hours, might be only about 2.5. Hard to say. But don't really want to drag it out if there's no need to. And also, as you can clearly tell by the big gaps in me talking, that I've kind of run out of things to say for the most part. So, gonna try to finish it up and maybe end it soon before I just, we just end up with massive amounts of silence and no interesting anything happening. Because that's a pretty good way to kill a stream, is just absolute uninteresting nothingness. Okay. And nope, too dark or too saturated. That's better. Let's just go with that, maybe. A bit darker. A bit lighter. That's good. Okay. Ooh, I should probably make the back of the grip there. great. My stupid was it stylus is giving me crap again. Not that it really affects the stream in any way. It's pretty inconsequential to that, but you know, gotta comment on something when it happens. Don't like that. Here we go. It's looking good. Alright, time to get to this hand. I was hoping to avoid that for as long as possible. I'm gonna say right about there. That's where the wrist should be. Now what exactly is the hand doing? Maybe something like this. Better than nothing, I guess. Gotta have the hand doing something over there. That glove looks a bit short. There we go, that's probably good. Oh, wrong way. Gotta make sure the hands are, the lines are curving in the right direction. Otherwise it looks like you can't really tell what the perspective is supposed to be, I guess. Like that. I need to have it curl up more so it looks like it's circling around the arm rather than just being a flat plane over top of it. Yeah, that's about right, I think. Just but no, that's exactly what I mean there. That kind of looks like it was going in the wrong direction. That arm looks too long. Nope. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Okay, I think, whoops, that was not right. Okay. I'm still not happy with that hand, but then again, I think that's one of those things that I never will be. I don't know, maybe I can cover it up with foliage in some way. Drop some convenient leaves in front of it. That always works, usually. Nope, forgot about that. And you know what, even though it's, like I said, I'm kind of going for the more lower end knight, I still think some brass buckles and, nope, that's too yellow. Something a bit more, like that. Nope, too saturated. There we go. Yeah, just a bit of brass, I don't know what you'd call them, fixtures, fittings on some of this stuff will kind of, help it stand out a little bit more from the rest of the gray or blue, but it's going to be using just solid gray for armor, usually not a good idea, or just metal in general. I'm guessing I'm gonna have, I mean, you're probably not gonna even see the sky in this, but it would probably be blue, so you'd want the metal more blue, because then that's what the color would be, because it's reflecting the environment. Okay. I think the helmet is a little bit weird. It's too high up, especially since it's supposed to be like, a kettle helm, so it would be more extending over things a bit. Like that, I think. Yeah, that's better. Also, I forgot there are some straps over here that I hadn't colored. Okay, just before I deal with that. There we go. Okay, I think that might actually be good. No, not quite. I'm gonna put a bit of detail on the chainmail here. Not a lot. Just want it to be subtle, kind of like the quilting. Not really going for any pattern here, just kind of dividing it up in ways that indicates that it's, kind of not just a solid piece of fabric. Hopefully it looks good. No, that looks like crap. Yeah, now I'll leave the chainmail for now. I'll do more of that when I come back to this for the background. Nope, don't need that anymore. Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, so yeah, a little bit of a shorter stream than usual, but OBS is still saying I'm having some weird connection issues or something, so, not a great start, not a great, kind of shorter than usual, but I actually had pretty consistent views. That was nice, and made something that I'm actually quite happy with. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to start shutting down now. Thanks for everyone for joining me. That was fun. Thanks for watching, and I hope everyone enjoyed this art stream. I think I will do more of them. They are kind of fun. I wasn't originally planning to do a full, a full-on drawing or anything, but it was more just, I was expecting to do a whole bunch of little sketches or whatever came to mind, but, this works out too. But anyways, enough rambling about that. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. Follow me in all the places. No, press all the buttons and follow me in all the places. I keep getting that mixed up. I'm terrible at outros. Uh, but anyways, yeah, follow me in all, press all the buttons, follow me in all the places. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next stream probably, when I will have better audio, hopefully. Maybe. Good night. Good night, everyone. Oh, also, there is going to be probably a very long period of just nothingness at the end of this because I want to make sure that this stream catches up and I don't cut it off too late or too early. But yeah, bye.